Hey Disney pin traders, it's Rachel and welcome to my channel. Today I'm back with another pin trading video for you, and due to the nature of my last video, it really got me thinking about pin trading as a whole and just how much there is to learn and know. And there are so many things that I wish I would have known before I started pin trading, so I figured that I would share those with you guys. Of course, there's hundreds of things that you could probably learn about pin trading, so today we're just going to go over a couple of those. The top 3 things, so how to get started in pin trading, what kind of pins you can purchase and trade in the parks, and just a few tips on how to get the most out of your pin trading experience. So I'm going to start with the very basics, and that's how to get started in pin trading. You really only need one thing in order to pin trade in the parks, and that's pins to trade with. However, I do recommend also purchasing a lanyard if you don't already have one. This way you can display your pins proudly while you're in the parks. I myself have 3 different lanyards. They are all 3 different themes because I just have such a large collection and there's so many pins that I want to share with everyone. For those just starting out, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either purchase a starter pack, which is a lanyard accompanied with pins already on it, or you can purchase lanyard and pins separately. I myself prefer to purchase lanyards and pins separately, simply for the fact that I can purchase pins that are more geared towards my interests. However, these starter packs are a more cost-effective way to go about things, especially if you're just starting out. So now that you're ready to start purchasing pins, the next thing that you need to know are the 3 types of pins that you can purchase and trade with in the parks. The first being mystery packs and blind pouches. In blind pouches, you're going to receive an assortment of pins. So it is blind, you're not going to know what you're going to get. However, it's really exciting to open up a pack and just go through it and see what you got. These blind pouches usually have a theme. I've seen Star Wars, I've seen Nightmare Before Christmas, I've seen Best Friends, as in characters that are best friends in Disney movies. And the possibilities are truly endless. They've got so many in circulation that really you can find almost anything that you're looking for. My personal favorite pouches or packs are the Disney Hidden Mickey packs. These Hidden Mickey packs are pins that are released to cast members on their lanyards, as well as to the pin boards that are throughout the stores in the parks. Each year, the Hidden Mickeys come out in 2 waves, Wave A and Wave B, and they come out simultaneously throughout the year. After the year comes to a close, they usually release these pins later down the line. I tend to see that it's either 2 to 3 years after they have closed the series. And when I say closed, I mean they've stopped giving them to the cast members and putting them on the pin boards. Right now, I've seen a lot of 2014 Hidden Mickey mystery packs, as well as 2015. The next type of pins that you can purchase and trade with in the parks are rack pins and open edition pins. The term open meaning that they sell a large number of these pins throughout each park. Usually these are found in stores on Main Street as well as Buena Vista Street, and usually when you walk into shops you'll just see a whole wall of pins, and those are going to be your open edition pins. Again, these are sold in high numbers, which makes these pins not very valuable when it comes to trading. I actually think that mystery packs and Hidden Mickeys are more valuable simply for the fact that you don't know what you're purchasing and you don't know what you're going to get. And so when you purchase those packs, it is the objective to trade if you get something that you don't necessarily want to keep in your collection. When it comes to open edition and rack pins, these pins are really geared towards people who are looking to buy a specific character, or who are looking for a specific attraction, or really just looking to commemorate their stay or have a remembrance of their visit to Disneyland or Disney World. I personally am not drawn to these pins simply for the fact that they are open edition and anybody can purchase them anywhere in the parks. So the third and final type of pin that you can purchase and trade with in the parks are limited edition and limited release pins. These are my personal favorite simply for the fact that they are rare and they cannot be purchased just anywhere or at any time. They usually release them in lots of 1,500 or 3,000, sometimes even 4,000. Or if you are lucky and are able to visit the Disney Ghirardelli Soda Fountain shop, Those pins that they sell at that location usually come in a limited edition of 300. Because they are limited, whether it be to location or in number, these pins have very high trading value. People look for these pins across the parks. People sell them on eBay, which is really unfortunate because I do seem to see that sellers really hike up the prices. And for somebody like myself who's an avid pin trader, it's really hard to find a pin, especially if you weren't able to make it to Disney for the release. That's why I personally, when I'm in the parks and I have a pin or I see a pin that is a limited release edition and that I want one for myself as well, I buy a total of 2. One to keep for myself and then one to trade for later, in hopes that maybe there was somebody at the park on a day that I wasn't able to make it that I can trade my pin with. I will say that even though they are my personal favorite, limited release and limited edition pins are very pricey. If you are first starting out, I would not recommend going for those pins first. I really would recommend the open edition, the rack pins, or the mystery pack pouches that you can get. Actually, the mystery pack pouches are probably a better bang for your buck. In the Hidden Mickey mystery packs, you can get 2 pins for about $14.95. So the last topic I'll cover today is actual pin trading. Once you've got your pins and you're ready to start, you can go throughout the park and find cast members or pin boards that are located in random Disney shops, and you can trade with them. Cast members are generally very friendly, very willing to trade. They are not supposed to say no to you. That is a rule of thumb. But there have been a couple that haven't been the friendliest with me. I've only experienced about 2. Maybe they were just having a bad day. But like I said, they're generally very friendly and very open to trading. The one thing that you do need to remember when it comes to trading with a cast member or with a pin board that is in a shop is that you cannot trade for a pin that is already on the board. So in other words, you cannot take a pin off the board and place one of your own pins if that pin is already on the board or the lanyard. So you have to trade a pin that is not currently on the board or not currently on the lanyard. You can find some great pins on cast members and on pin boards, but my tip to trading on the pin boards is go early in the morning. Unfortunately, there are fake pins that are in circulation, and people who put these fake pins on the board tend to go and get the real thing in the morning, so that by the time the day is over, the pin board itself is usually about anywhere from 40 to 50% fake pins, which is really unfortunate. But just be very cautious when you are pin trading on a board or with a cast member. Inspect the pin, look at the pin. Disney pins are very high quality, so you can usually tell pretty quickly what is real and what is fake. But if you are hesitant in any shape or form, I would recommend not trading that pin and holding off. I will do a separate video about how to tell if your pin is fake or how to tell if it is real. Some people don't care about the authenticity of their pins and they're literally just looking to collect a certain type of character, whether it's real or whether it's fake. I myself do not like fake pins. They really rub me the wrong way, and if I accidentally do pull one off of a pin board, I do the courteous thing, or what I think is the courteous thing, and take it out of circulation, because the more fake pins that we have running around, the less happy and exciting the experience of pin trading can be for other people. The other people that you can pin trade with are people in the parks, people who are visiting just like you, fellow pin traders as I would like to call them. However, when you are trading with a fellow pin trader, it is their choice or not if they want to trade with you. They do not have to say yes. You do not have to say yes. I personally keep all of my favorite pins on my lanyard. The pins on my lanyard are a no-go. I do not trade those pins. However, I do carry my pin bag or my trader pin bag separately. That way, if somebody approaches me and wants to do a trade, I have a lot of options for them. Sometimes there will be pin traders camping out around various parts of the park, and usually these pin traders are very, very seasoned. They've got books, they've got pouches, they've got so many pins. I mean, I've seen anywhere from 4 books to 5 books to 6 books, all for one person. They just have them displayed out. I was very fortunate when I first started pin trading. I walked up to one of these tables one time, and I wish I knew who this person was because the gentleman that traded with me was so nice. I knew hardly anything about pin trading. I didn't know even where to begin, and he really got me started and actually traded me for a pin that probably was well under what the value of his pin was. My very first trade was a Jack Skellington t-shirt that I still to this day wear on my lanyard. So that is just a small portion of pin trading. How to get started, what type of pins you can purchase, and who you can trade with in the parks. If you have a question about pin trading or you'd like to share your favorite tip or trick on pin trading, leave a comment down below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions to the best of my ability. If you love Disney pin trading, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I'll be doing a lot more pin videos, how to tell if your pin is real or fake, pin unboxing, and just pin trading in general. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, pin traders.